Hello, dear viewer. Today I'm going to be talking about Donald Trump's victory in the United States presidential election of 2024. Let's begin. Hello, welcome to Global Nationalism. I support nationalism in my country, India, and in all countries around the globe. Today I want to talk about a major historical event, which is the United States presidential election of 2024 and Donald Trump's victory in it. Donald he will Donald Trump is the new president of the United States, the 47th president. He is a president elect, and I'm really happy for him. Really glad he won. Congrats, good job, and good job to MAGA, everyone who voted for him, the entire movement. Good job to Elon Musk, Tucker Carlson, and his team, Vivek Ramaswamy, Robert F. Kennedy, Tulsi Gabbard, and at no, and the last and very least, Joe Rogan, and also, of course, JD Vance. Really, what a team Mr. Trump that you put together. And good job, Americans, for electing him. And I want to do some analysis of the election, some data points. Let's get started. Here's what some exit polls are saying about Donald Trump. Harris won 54% of women voters nationwide. Trump wins 44%. Trump shares up 2 percentage points from a 2020 exit poll. The fact that his share of women voters is up shows that not that he wasn't completely anathema to women voters. Many of them did like him, and many of them more voted for him this time. So it was not the perfect strategy for or that the Harris campaign to use to only target women. They needed to get men involved as well. Trump won 55% white voters. Harris wins 43%. Trump shares down 3 percentage points from a 2020 exit poll. This is not good for the Republican Party. White people are your main voter base, and you need to get as many of them in your party as possible. But yeah, he still won the vast majority, which is great. Harris won 86% of black voters nationwide. Trump wins 12%. Trump shares unchanged from a 2020 exit poll. So we haven't seen a great shift amongst black voters to Trump, which some right wing pundits were saying, but he has maintained his hold, his share that he had, and that prevented him from losing votes. Another Republican might not have kept that share. Trump wins 45% of Hispanic voters nationwide. Harris wins 53%. Trump shares up 13 percentage points from a 2020 exit poll. This is excellent. This probably gave him an edge in several battleground states where margins of victory were narrow. Trump wins 59% of white men voters nationwide. Harris wins 39%. Trump share is down 2 percentage points from a 2020 exit poll. And this shows that he has a huge support of white men. And it is down 2 percentage points. So Republicans need to work on that for 2028. Harris wins 47% of white women voters nationwide. Trump wins 52%. Trump shares down 3 percentage points from a 2020 exit poll. This is in pattern. His share in white voters has decreased, so it makes sense that his share in white women voters has also decreased. Harris wins 78% of black men voters nationwide. Trump wins 20%. His shares up 1 percentage point from a 2020 exit poll. So this shows that his outreach to black people did have an effect. And this 1 percentage point at a national level is minor and not significant, but it could have been enough to swing some of the local districts to help him over the line. Harris wins 92% of black women voters, so Trump wins 7%. His share is down 2 percentage points from a 2020 exit poll. Trump wins 54% of Hispanic men voters nationwide. Harris wins 44%. Trump shares up 18 percentage points. So he's gained male voters from minority communities, but he's lost them in female communities, in the white community. Trump wins 37% of Hispanic voters nationwide. Harris wins 61%. Trump wins 42% of voters aged 18 to 29, and Harris wins 55%. Trump shares up 6 percentage points from a 2020 exit poll. This was a great part of his strategy to increase his youth support that must have helped in constituencies where the population was younger. Trump wins 37% of Hispanic women voters. That's increase of 7 percentage points must have helped him greatly at a state level. And Harris wins 50 percentage of voters age 65 plus nationwide. Trump wins 49%. Trump shares down 3 percentage points from a 2020 exit poll, something the GOP needs to work on. Trump wins 51% of voters age 45%. Trump and Harris wins 47%. Trump shares unchanged from 2020 exit poll. Good, but need to do better for 2028. Harris wins 53% of voters under age 45 nationwide. Trump wins 44%. Trump shares up 2 percentage points from a 2020 exit poll. So he's doing good with young people. He needs to continue doing that. Trump wins 54% of voters without a college degree nationwide. Harris wins 44%. Trump shares up 4 percentage points from a 2020 exit poll. He needs to build on that. And Harris wins 57% of voters with college degrees nationwide. Trump 41%. Trump shares down 2 percentage points. He needs to work on this. While his base is non-college degree voters, he also should increase number of college educated people voting for him. 44% of voters nationwide said they had a favorable view of Trump, compared to 46% who said so in Edison's Research's 2020 exit poll. 54% viewed him unfavorably, compared to 52% in 2020. And the fact that he won despite this is incredible. Shows that he's inherently a very strong candidate. Nikki Haley would not have been able to beat uh, Kamala Harris, and neither would Ron DeSantis. 48% of voters nationwide said they had a favorable view of Harris, compared to 52% who said the same of Biden. So the Democrats' drop in favorability was greater than Trump's, and 51% viewed her unfavorable compared to 46%. So this increase in unfavorability was more for the Democrats than for Trump. That tipped the scales in favor of him, I think. So these data points show that Trump has wide support. He's gained amongst Latinos and kept his support with blacks, but he has lost a few points with whites, although he is still the majority, he is still the main candidate for white Americans. He needs to rebuild whatever he's lost so that Republicans can win again in 28. And uh, amongst men, he needs to continue building on that. With women, I think he just needs to uh, basically make sure that no abortion ban is passed in his term, and that Republicans don't produce one in House or the Senate. And he should make sure illegal immigration is stopped to prevent women from getting attacked by uh, violent illegal immigrants, just to make them feel safer, more likely to vote for him, or not him, whoever the candidate is in 2028. So yeah, I hope he learns from success and the Republican Party is better in 2028. But really, I just want to say well done to Americans that people of all colors and both genders voted for Donald Trump, that your country was in big trouble. You were getting heavily influenced by outside countries and like Israel, Iran, China, and Ukraine. And my country too was trying to lobby you in some way. So I'm not sure about lobbying, but they were trying to get you to stay away from us, to somehow get involved in politics, because you were interfering in our internal affairs. So our government did the same to you. It was a mess. The relationship wasn't optimal in the last 4 years. It still grew due to economic reasons and military ties, but diplomatically it was stressed out and weakened. I think that with Trump, that'll stop. I'm really hopeful for Trump's new term. I think it'll be good. Now, it's not going to be perfect. I know that he is not completely anti deep state, that Israel did support him a lot in this election, and he'll be partial to them. But I don't think he's going to go full neocon with them. He His instincts are non-interventionist, and also he surrounded himself with other America First people who will not support interventionism on behalf of Israel or other countries. And I'm really confident that he can bring an end to the Ukraine war and will stop funding Zelensky. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Once again, congratulations, Americans. Good job.